Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, welcome back. How was everybody's full moon eclipse last night? Looking pretty cool out there. I actually forgot it was happening, and in the middle of it, I saw its shadow, and then I stayed out on my porch. I had a perfect view of it, and I was able to watch it the rest of the time until it went white, and it was fucking magnificent! Sage your space, sage my space, sage me. How was everybody's weekend? So this is going to be a kind of a long video. I'm going to warn you now, if you don't have the time, you probably want to not listen to me yammer on for about a half hour or longer. This is going to be a full moon eclipse reading. So it's going to accomplish looking into what this new moon energy is bringing into our lives, what it's stirring up. So usually the eclipses come in pairs, right? It's usually a solar and then a lunar eclipse, and that's called the eclipse gateway. Usually with the solar eclipse, we are absorbing new energies, and the moon we're releasing, the lunar eclipse. But for some reason, I was listening to another tarot reader, they said it reversed somehow. So it was almost like we did all the releasing, and now these new energies are going to open the doorways to abundance, opportunity, all that other stuff, new timelines, things like that, opportunity, potential, new energetic potential. If you feel like you've been feeling stagnant the last couple months or last couple of years, there's a reason for that energetically. Hopefully we're going to start coming out of these doorways, and we can start shaking things up a little bit, and things will start coming into our life after this long, arduous healing process. The sage is choking me out. So this lunar eclipse was a flower Scorpio moon, which means, so flower means it's a little bit smaller than a supermoon where it looks huge in the sky. Scorpio is all about moi. It's all about diving into the depths, death and rebirth, you know, kind of like releasing, shedding layers, and then rebirthing into this new version of yourself. So this is a powerful flower moon that we just went through. And that's it. So this is my third attempt trying to do this video. I tried to do this on Friday night. I was trying to just record the cards, and I realized it was not flowing right. I got 10 minutes in and I crapped out. Saturday, I had some free time, so I decided to do one. I did a half-hour reading about the full moon eclipse, and then I ran out of data storage on this phone, and it just stopped recording, so I couldn't use that. So third time's a charm. Mercury retrograde fucking with me hard, bro. So let's see what we got going on today, and for the energies coming forth from this new moon. And it was really powerful last night. Like I said, I didn't see the beginning stages of it. My friend Deborah, who watches these videos, shout out to Debs. Hey Debs. She said there was cool colors coming off when it first started. When that shadow first hit, I guess, the moon of Earth, it was making all these brilliant colors. But it kind of looked pretty brilliant after it was, you know, fading away and on its way out on the other side of it. But other than that, I'm going to pull a couple Starseed Oracle deck cards and see what our galactic friends have to say for us. These guys wanted to just come flying out, so I'm going to take one of those. Okay. That actually came up the other night, so I'm going to read that. So this was on the bottom deck. These cards I usually read for. I'm going to try to just intuitively read them because they're a little bit different and their energies are a little bit funkier than tarot and regular oracle cards. So this card is fall into my arms, surrender, hold the opposites, extremes of life. So here you could see a woman. She's kind of trying to like find balance in like an inner earth cave cenote type of deal. So this is kind of the image I get when I connect to Mother Earth and I try to ground. I kind of imagine her being in the cenote and my energy kind of spilling out and releasing into the earth to ground out and kind of flood out. Anyway, so this is all about surrendering to your circumstances right now. If you're one of those people that are like an A-type personality where everything has to run on a schedule and has to be perfect, and you know, like if one thing goes off, it throws your whole day off, like you're not going to be able to survive in these upcoming energies in the Aquarian age. That's not how things work. Everything's more floaty and flowy, and they kind of just like, you have to like ride the waves with them. You can't really plan too much into the future, especially right now. But this is all about surrendering to the process that you're going through right now. Whatever's coming up for you is meant for you. So feel what you need to feel. Release what you need to release. Old stagnant stuff is still coming up. It needs to be released. If it's coming up for a reason, you're like, why am I thinking about this person? Why am I thinking about this situation? I buried this deep down years ago. Why is it coming up in my forefront again? It's because you haven't really resolved it and dealt with it. So pay attention to the things that are coming up in your forefront of your mind, of your psyche right now, and try to navigate them. You know, be gentle with yourself, but this stuff has got to go. You got to get rid of it. It's got to be released. So next card up, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Okay. So this is pretty much a card of just being human, right? Karmic relationships, how our relationships with family or friends change our personality and kind of groom and mold us to become that person we need to be. So I've mentioned this other times in the videos. I've come to understand this more as time goes on with my relationship with spirit. Things that happen to you in your physical life that are painful or joyful, they're for the ultimate soul growth of your soul contract, let's say. Your agreement to be here and be incarnated in your physical bodysuit in this lifetime right now. All these contracts and all these things that pop up, they've been predestined to grow you into the best possible version of yourself. Now, you could either grow into a better person or you could retract and recoil into like a worse off, lower vibration person. And we see that all the time, you know. People with the kindest hearts being brought up in the harshest environments growing up, not the best loving, caring environments, made to feel less than, living life and having the biggest hearts. Meanwhile, the people that had everything given to them, all the opportunities handed to them, sometimes, you know, this is generalization, I'm just using these examples, by the way. Sometimes those people end up being the worst people with the most amount of love surrounding them. So this is all about your soul growth, your soul evolution, how you could work with the energies and the problems of your past to kind of grow into the best possible version of yourself, to vibe at your highest possible vibration. And you have a team of others on the other side working to help you do that if you let them. Star family. You're part of a team of souls calling support. What was I just saying? So we see light here, right? Like bursts of light. So when I think of the other side, sometimes like we have these meets with people and it's almost like you know them intuitively, whether it's a past life connection or what. There's this theory that a couple of psychics have shared in the past in some books and stuff. I can't think of her name right now. I'm sorry. But they talk about soul family and soul groups, right? So like the theory is like you are just like one fractal of this giant blob of souls connected together, say a billion souls. I don't know. How do you quantify this thing? A billion souls, you're connected to them. So like when you see them in a physical world, if they incarnated, it's like, oh, I know you. How do I know you? We vibe immediately. This is saying that star family and your soul group is going to start making an appearance at this time if you're open to receive them. So this could be, you know, metaphysical, like signs, synchronicities, that type of thing, or this could be people physically reaching out and kind of just automatically connecting to you, new friends, new connections, new relationships, new business partners. So paying attention to your star family. And how you know they are is the vibration that you're feeling between each other. If it feels good to be with them, it feels like something nostalgic and different, go with that and trust that and see where that develops. I could be wrong, but usually the vibration will let you know how you're feeling when you connect with other people. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So this is a very, very good card to get because this is something I always strongly trying to support in my friends and family's lives and soul family. Rest, you know, there's a time for everything. There's a time for work, there's a time for play, and there's a time for deep rest. This is your soul calling you to tell you to follow that intuition and take care of yourself the way that you would want to be pampered, you know, if you were in a spa or something. Like take a nice bath, say nice things to yourself, listen to beautiful music, really like turn your vibe that negative vibe and kind of turn it around and put the focus back on you. It's okay to be a little selfish, especially when you're trying to protect your own energy. So just be mindful of that. Work on your self-care. Work on pampering you. Work on appreciating you more instead of worrying about everybody else in your life. I know that's hard to do with the givers out there, but sometimes you have to give yourself the care that you need so you can keep moving forward instead of worrying about everybody else all the time. Boom. With that, we're going to pull another row. So we're going to pull some of this Psychic Oracle deck. Okay. 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 Good. Good. This is exactly what I was talking about. Okay. So the overall theme for this row, recognition and reward. So a lot of people think recognition and reward, it's like you're going to be lifted up and put on this pedestal and all the townspeople are going to chant your name and hold up banners with your name. Yeah. No, recognition and reward to me is the other side, is your soul family, is your ancestors, is your spirit guides giving you the recognition that you've come this far and you're way stronger than you think you are. You've been through a lot. I don't need to know you to know that to live in this earth in this time, we've all been through a lot in one way, shape, or form. And this card is saying that you need to recognize that you're a survivor and you are stronger than you think you are, and you are going to fucking make it. You're going to be shining in the spotlight on the pedestal, whether it's in front of the whole townspeople or it's just for you and your immediate group of people, or if it's just for you. You're actually giving yourself the acknowledgement that you are a special person and you deserve the praise that you're being lit up to receive right now. Wow. Next, under karmic relationships, I have partnerships and alliances, right? So, quick side note, stupid little history fact. People used to grab each other like this back in the old days in Rome because they didn't trust the guy to have a dagger up his sleeve because, you know, he might like shake your hand and then all of a sudden pull a dagger and try to stab you in the neck before you turn your back. Anyway, this represents strong trust and a committed relationship, that handshake. It even looks like a Freemason handshake, which is like one of the second or third degrees or whatever. This is all about those karmic relationships coming in, right? Like the destined meetings of people that are meant to come on your path. Be open to new people coming into your purview right now that you can grow with, you know, that support you, that kind of, you balance each other out maybe. Like they teach you new things, you teach them new things, new hobbies. You bond over different things. You're sharing. There's a give and take, right? Those partnerships and alliances are the best when like they're people that help you grow while you helping them grow. So pay attention to people that are only coming out to like help you and benefit you, right? Passion ignited. Now, I've been talking about this for a couple weeks. The fire energy is coming out, and I think it was this full moon catalyst to kind of bring out this new wave that I was talking about, to release that old garbage I always talk about, to let the spark light and the fire to reignite inside of us. So passion ignited, it's in the heart space. You could actually see it's like almost like phoenix energy right there, kind of in the fires a little bit. Death and rebirth, which we're in right now. This is all about feeling into yourself and doing what lights you up. What makes you happy? What makes you joyful? What hobbies could you do that are creative, that make you feel good about doing them, right? This is doing things for the sake of doing them to feel good about yourself. Going back to watering your garden, right? This is a part of watering your garden. Taking care of yourself is also nurturing and taking care of your intuition and your creativity and your artistic side, right? It's like our dance and our play and our communion with the divine when we are being creative. God is a creator being. He created us to be creative. So when we are not creative, we're not doing what we're meant to be here to do, right? The work is for the work. Don't think about it in terms of success art-wise. You do the work to get better at doing the work until the work, you know, takes off and starts living through you, right? Firm foundation. So this card was coming up a lot in reverse the past couple of weeks. Now it seems like we're having this strong rooted foundation, strong roots to be able to move forward. So there's going to be almost like a breath of fresh air coming where we could feel a little bit relieved and feel like things are going to start to loosen up or lighten up or make it just like an overall sense of security that we've been kind of missing in the collective right now. Mark my words, kid. So what am I pulling next? I am going to pull Energy Oracle. Full moon reading, full moon reading. What do you got for the full moon reading? Full moon reading, eclipse in Scorpio. What do you have for me? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wow. Okay. Cool. This is all good stuff. All good stuff's coming out. Overall theme, Angel of Balance. So in the background, you could see the pyramids, and it looks like there's an eclipse in that moon up there too. Is there not? 48 is the number. My number is 24, so I always resonate with multiples of the 24 or divisibles of 24 for some reason. Anyway, Angel of Balance. It's been a tumultuous couple of years. It's been a lot to deal with and to process, especially when we were in this go mentality all the time. We weren't thinking about the past or even responding to the past because we're on the treadmill. We got to keep running, right? You got to keep running. When the treadmill stopped, that's when all this other stuff we thought we were over came back up, right? This angel is almost like here to say that like all that shadow work is coming to like the end of this phase for this wave, let's say. We're finding that balance. And I've been talking about this for weeks. And I know I repeat myself. And I say I've been talking about this. And not everybody sees all these videos. But I've been saying this for weeks. We're trying to find that yin-yang balance. We're trying to find a way to navigate between the new and the old without it totally like pulling the rug from underneath our feet. And that goes all the way back with firm foundations. We've all been feeling anxious and anxiety and kind of depressed and weird, funky energies because we're not feeling secure in our foundations, in our lives, in our future. This is about to balance out. Those unsure, doubtful energies are going to kind of like fade out a little bit, you know, and this new wave's going to slowly start to trickle in and kind of like... Anyway, so next we have 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, the heart center. So I know I probably meant, I'm not going to say that anymore. I always talk about this. The new connection is going to be heart-based for humans moving forward in this Aquarian age. The consciousness and the connection is going to be heart-based connection, not mental connection anymore where we're playing this game of chess. Because with the heart, there's no lies. With the heart, there's only truth and there's only love. And it's the easiest way for humans to connect from heart to heart rather than mind to mind where we're playing this game. What does this guy want from me? What is he doing? You know, can I trust him? Can he trust me? What's going to happen? What if he does this? What if I do that? You know, you get into these like mental battles with people you don't even realize. But with the heart, it's just pure love. No thinking about it. Just pure love. And that goes hand in hand with finding your passion. Opening up your heart space. I was talking to somebody on the phone yesterday or the other day, and they kept telling me, you know, I'm so sensitive at this time. I keep putting walls up on me. I keep putting walls up on me. And I was like, that's not good. You know, I mean, it's a good thing to protect your energy, but you can't put walls around your heart. You have to freely love everybody, even if they're your enemy. I know it's like that free will, unconditional love is hard to do, you know, like you don't trust everybody, but you can still love them. Very hard to do as a human. Anyway, next card up is Temple Path. So Temple Path came up last week. This is the card saying that like you may be going backwards right now, but indeed you are going forwards. That's why this labyrinth is leading away from like the goal right here. I mean, you could jump off the labyrinth, go up those stairs, but that's not part of your journey, right? Your journey is to follow the path, even if it leads you 20 miles down the road to go all the way back to that temple path to the main goal. And of course, spirit, ancestors, guides are all watching and guiding you on this path. So if you feel like you're going backwards or you're stuck in the mud, you're not. You're on the path, but this is a journey. It's unpredictable and you can't plan your steps. So just go with the flow and know that you are on the path, bro. Okay? Door to Personal Healing and Happiness came out. This came out last week with the Temple Path as well. So the spirituality is almost like the doorway for this new stuff to come up. And I think it has to do, this is a lunar eclipse, this lunar eclipse reading. So this eclipse energy is kind of transforming or catapulting this energy. That's Scorpio, death and rebirth. We're old. We're done with the old death cycle, right? We're done with that shit. No more death, no more dying, no more despair. We could stop mourning that shit. Now we could kind of like be like adolescents and be babies and kind of grow into this new energy and figure it out and learn to crawl before we learn to walk, before we can talk, right? Boom. Okay. So that's that row. Next, I am going to pull some Nature Spirit Oracle cards. But I don't know this deck that well, I'll be honest. I'm probably going to have to read, and that's pretty boring. So we'll see what we could do, what I could do from memory and what I've read, and what comes out here. Let's see what the native spirits want to say to us today. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So I had that card. I had a couple cards that were all together. Okay, so now we got karmic relationships. I was talking about family and friends, right? Star family, I was talking about friends on the other side, family on the other side. Now we have ancestors, okay? So ancestors are watching over you. You see the flock right there? They're kind of like there but not there, right? They're like in between worlds, like they can kind of communicate or send symbols, but they're not in the physical anymore. So ancestors are watching over you. Ancestor watch over you, right? You are the one to break the DNA curse. You are the one to break the family lineage curses. Let's put it that way. And ancestors are recognizing that you are the strong chosen one for your family to break the curses right now for them. So they're commending you and thanking you for being here, for doing that. Next, we have Sweat Lodge. Purging, right? So I was reading a book about shamanism the other day, and during the journeying, sometimes they go into a sweat lodge and they beat the drum or they beat a rattle, something monotonous, to kind of change your brain rhythms, to try to open up these like doorways of connecting to source, to connecting with spirit. Sweat lodge is one of those ways. So this to me is all about purging and opening up your doorways to spirit right now, being receptive to it. You know, back in the ancient days, they would give offerings, they'd kill animals, they'd leave food or fruit or wine, you know. Sometimes they do that with voodoo. You don't have to do that if you want to connect to your relatives or your guides. All you have to do is kind of like send out a vibration of love. They'll take that and they'll kind of like respond with you. Start to develop a relationship with spirit, a personal relationship with spirit on your side. And this is Spirit Keeper of the East. So Spirit Keeper of the East is like the new rising sun. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. The new rising sun is like a new dawn being birthed, right? This eclipse energy is like making a new dawn, a new era, a new beginning, kind of like the Aquarian age, right? We're in the steps going into it. It's all about beginning phases of new grand things being built, let's say. So it's like you can't see the majestic, amazing things that are going to be born from this yet, but they're there and they exist and they're going to happen. Just realize that this is the beginning phases of something mystical and magical and beautiful that is about to happen moving forward. Okay. Next, let's pull some tarot. Let's see what the tarot people have to say on the other side. Nice. Okay. 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 Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Overall energy for the bottom row. 3 of Cups. So this goes back to star family, soul connections, soul group, joy, celebration, happiness, getting together with friends, letting loose, tying one off, getting a little messed up, having a little fun, having a wild night, you know. This is all about good times. This is all about celebration. This is all about good soul connections, all right? King of Pentacles coming in. Secure, stable, even-keeled man, grounded, connected to the earth with the pentacles. New money-making ideas, sitting like at the top of an empire, almost like emperor energy, but also like not being like the warlike emperor, sitting in poise, waiting, watching, making moves carefully, planning carefully, stability, very stable, right? 10 of Pentacles, stable, stability, having a stable lineage, having a stable family, having a stable household, and having a stable money-making machine that is keeping you wealthy, right? more balance, Two of Pentacles. So we see pentacle energy, grounding, right? Releasing, sweat lodge, purging, getting rid of all this old stuff. New lunar eclipse, letting the new stuff come in. You know, that's all seems to be the theme here. Purging, going through this pain, going through this turmoil, having these problems with these people, having these problems. This is life, right? This is life that I'm describing to you. Next, we have a Tower moment. Something crazy comes in, stirs things up, makes you question your universe, your world. Oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? The tower's falling. What are we going to do? I don't know what to do. What do you do? I don't know, right? All that shit, this is in the past. All this other stuff is coming forward, right? Good times, good celebration, good energy. And is it always going to be like this? Is it going to be like this right away? I don't know, but it's coming there. That's what the point of these readings are. They're coming in. I feel it. I'm pulling it in for you, you know? Knight of Wands, passion, fiery energy, running in, full of zest, full of zeal. Once again, we see the pyramids. Kind of cool, huh? So, I think that's it, man. I think that was pretty much all that Spirit had in this reading. I was under 30 minutes, which is pretty good. So, with this full moon, self-care, same stuff I always say, self-care, try to clear your mind, try to ground yourself, try to get into nature, try to breathe, try to just not be so hard at yourself at this time. That's the biggest lesson of all of this. Be patient with yourself and be patient with others, because others aren't experiencing the same journey that you're on right now. You are on your own path and it's up to you to figure it out. And with that, have a blessed full moon eclipse. I hope that these messages resonate with you. I hope this energy changes your life for the better, and I hope you feel better from watching this. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.